Hey crafters, this is Paulette in Missouri, and I have got a lot of things to share. I've got a big stack of Stampin' Up here. I've got some stamps that I got from the craft store. I've got some things I won from Maureen P's blog, and I've got some things that I purchased from Sarah Mormon. So let's get running through these really quick. I don't think I ever shared what I got for the month of July with Stampin' Up. I chose this stamp set. It's called Harvest Blessings, and I chose this particularly for my dad's birthday that was coming up in September. He purchased a vintage tractor a couple years ago, and so I thought that would just be fun. And he used to do oil paintings while I was growing up, and so I will watercolor this with some of my Stampin' Up reinkers, and I just think that'll be fun too. This stamp set runs $13.95. It is the clear mount red rubber, and it has Psalm 67:6, and then this other just really nice sentiment. So I just think those will be really neat, in the pumpkins, of course. When I'm not spending my $20 commitment at class, I'm going to start getting one of these fun colored ink pads. So I chose Calypso Coral this time. And it's just a lovely kind of apricot, rosy apricot color. This is pumpkin pie, just as a comparison. And that was $5.95. And then I got this basic black, just a re-inker. I was thinking I might put this on a different stamp pad, but that's going to be too complicated. So I rounded out at $27.08. One of the ladies at card class had a party, and at card class there is a group of ladies that quiz each other. They're like, are you getting this stamp set? Well, if you're getting that, then I'm getting this other thing. And I'm always wondering what's going on there. Well, they take turns having card parties at each other's houses, and they have some friends that live out of town that will come and stay overnight, and they do a potluck lunch after their card party, and then they stay for a few hours and stamp, and everybody brings tons of stuff. They bring their cardstock, their stamp pads, their markers. It's not just Stampin' Up stamps, it's just, you know, whatever they want to bring. Everything is initialed and in large tubs or storage drawers, and they scooch a couple tables together in the living room and put everything out. And you can walk all the way around it and look at things and use things. And then we stamp in the kitchen, and I wasn't going to stay because I didn't know enough about it to really be able to choose things and bring things. And I wasn't going to stay. And they told me, they insisted that I stay, and so I did make a couple of cards. I used somebody loaned me some cardstock and some different stamps. This is a retired Stampin' Up set, and I so wish I'd got that little teddy bear. Isn't he precious? And I actually stamped him with chocolate chip, and then I used, it was like a blender pen, but it was a Tombow brand, and I gotta tell you, I really like it better than the one I have. I have the Versa marker water pen, but that Tombow pen, I don't know, it was easier to control than the Versa marker. So that was really neat. And then this deer, I want to say it's a Stampendous stamp. I'm going to have it. The lady that had this stamp said that she got it at Hobby Lobby. So I probably will have to go and get it. And I did the very same thing. I stamped it in chocolate chip and then just moved the ink around a little bit. That is just so cool that you can do that with these water-based dye inks. So very simple cards. These two were just identical practically. But a lot of fun, a lot of good fellowship. Well, I ended up ordering the basic black ink pad and the Daffodil Delight because I have the re-inker for both of these pads and no pad. And then I ordered the bone folder, and I think it's real bone. It's got a lot of texture in there. It is not supposed to leave a sheen on your cardstock. The bone folder was $6.95 and the pads were $5.95, so that was $22.34. For the month of August, I ordered this oval framelit collection, and these are by Sizzix. And these go with that tea party set that I got a couple months earlier, and then they cut out just beautiful. There's two different dies that cut both of these images out, and of course you can use them to cut out these things as well. But really cute. I really love that, because then you can use it like a tag. So that's really fun. These dies ran $26.95. I did card class for Dorothy because she got sick that day, middle of the day, and I told her sure I would do it. So she sent me a brand new roll of red liner tape for doing card class for her. I told her that was not necessary, but it really was a blessing because I'm almost out of my red liner tape. She also had some of her retired sets for sale, and she sold these to us for half price. So I got this Cottage window. Super cute. This is in the clear mount, still the red rubber. This one was $8.48, so that was half of the normal price. And then this one was Shoppe, and it was $17.48, which was half of the normal price. This has a stamp that works with the Modern Label Punch, and both of these sentiments fit right inside there, so that's fun. The smallest die in the oval die set will cut out this image and this image, so really fun. I can mix and match with these two stamp sets. But I love this. It has the African violets on it, and my nanny loved African violets. And I do too. My kitchen window is full of them. And I love to restart them, propagate them. You can do that very simply by just breaking leaves off. They have to be a healthy leaf, and get as much of the stem as you can. You let them dry out a little bit, and then just stick them down in dirt. You can stick them in the same dirt the original plant is in, or you can put them in a new pot. Just be sure to make a label for yourself so you know what color they're going to be when you go to share them. You have to do this in the dark of the moon. And I'm not going to pretend to know why. I've ruined enough cuttings by cutting them in the full moon that they just rot. So you really do have to do it in the dark of the moon. You know, the moon controls the tide, and it controls a lot of other things too. So, but really fun, and this will be so neat to do the little watercolor with too. So a lot of fun there. And let's see. Let's talk about these little stamps here real quick. I got this set. This is a Studio G at Michael's, and these are $1 for the whole set. And I have another set, but they're kind of like like an outline of the letters, and I have used them for several years on my calendars. I do just I print a calendar on the computer every year, and I do this for family. My Hallmark program and my print shop program, and I've got a couple others because I do for my mother-in-law, and all of her birthdays are different. I do for my mom and my brother and my daughter, and our birthdays are all different. And then I do for my daughter-in-law, who she has all of her family. She needs those birthdays. So I've got everybody in a different card program. Those card programs let me list all of the people's names and their birthdays, and they automatically figure everybody's age each year. But it doesn't flip. It doesn't keep all of the holidays, so it can't flip from year to year. So I spend a lot of time over the years going in and creating a new calendar every year for each program. Well, I've started stamping, which is a little bit easier. I just started stamping the holidays on here, and that's a little bit more fun too, because I can come in and I can color what I want to color, or stamp in a color. The 2013 calendar I did very simply. I didn't color most of the holiday things, and I ended up stamping them up here. I had a place for a photo. I did one photo, And I did the holiday underneath it. And then I have this space over here on the right that is for notes, doctor's appointments, and, you know, things for the kids and things for the vet and all that kind of thing. So I love these little stamp sets because there is no stamp for taxes due on things like April 14th. So I need to April 15th. And I got bored. Well, I ruined probably the E because I trim all the extra red rubber off. Now I didn't do it on these because on the other one I did, and then every time I washed these I ended up losing some of my letters. So you can rubber band these together and stamp them as a unified thing. This was a whole nother stamp set because I'd ruined my previous little $1 set, but it just works out really good that way. And it's fun and useful. I got this Stampendous Raven Background stamp, which is just fabulous. I used my 40 or 50% off coupon at Michael's. And in order to get a good impression, I had to do my ink this way. And then lay my cardstock on here, and then another piece, and do this whole thing. And you can see here, I just got a beautiful impression. So really fun. I did my niece's birthday with that. I'll have to see if I can blog from my phone because that's on my phone, and I've had to turn off my iCloud because it's completely full. This is a little $1.99 stamp. This is from Stampabilities. This one's called Be Strong. And I pick these up every time I'm in there and I carry them through the store, but then I find something like a big stamp or a big die that I want more, and I always put these back. So I got this one and they stamped really good. These are not good. These were with that Stampin' Up! Black dye-based ink, which was a little bit weird, but in Ranger Archival ink, they stamp beautifully. Well, Sarah Mormon is one of these wonderful crafters that I follow her blog, and she was cleaning out her stamp room, and so she sold this Hero Arts stamp set. This one is called You Scare Me, and it was $6. I had to have the You Scare Me. It's called Scary Mail postmark. I love to put faux postmarks on my packages, especially around the holidays. I did double check with my post office and they said I could do that because they can tell what is real postage and what is not. So that's really fun. And then I also got this Waltzing Mouse stamp set. These normally run $23 and this was $10. And neither one of these stamp sets have had ink on them. And Sarah did the very best postage for me. I paid around $4 in postage. And so just really fun. So now I can play in some of the challenges over at Waltzing Mouse. And she made me this beautiful card. Isn't that lovely? So you have to go and check out her blog. And then the wonderful Maureen P. She's another one of these wonderful crafters. And I follow her blog. And she just celebrated 4 years of blogging. And I won these wonderful little apple dies and this Teacher's Count stamp set with these adorable apples. And so let's see if I can get these out here. They're so cute. You can do either way. You can stamp the outline first, or you can stamp the colored parts first and then stamp the outline over. They seem to work really well both ways. So cute. I told her I've been stalking Verve for quite a while, so that was really fun to win those. She also sent me these 3 little medallion stamps. Super cute. Here they are stamped out. And I have a Martha Stewart set that fits right in there, alphabet set. And those were called Square Medallion, Loopy Petals, and Loopy Medallion. If you have any questions, be sure and let me know.